Good evening, families, friends, faculty, and most importantly, graduates. Tonight we gather to celebrate a milestone that marks both an ending and a beginning, a time to honor the journey that brought us here and to look ahead with hope and possibility. We are grateful to have everybody here tonight to join us in this moment. Graduates, when you arrived at the prep, you came after a truly unique moment in time. Middle school years are usually filled with connection and discovery, but for you, specifically 7th and 8th grade, they were marked by disruption, uncertainty, and distance due to COVID. And yet, when you arrived here as freshmen, you did something remarkable for the time. You leaned in. You were ready to embrace the full high school experience, and embrace it, you did. We have watched you take full advantage of what this school has to offer, challenging yourselves academically, showing up fully in your activities, and saying yes to opportunities both inside and outside the classroom. And if I were to describe this class in one word, it would be joy. Now, I know that sounds a little cheesy. Hear me out. Joy in learning. We were in the classrooms with you. We saw the energy you brought to the process of learning, and that energy spilled over to all your underclassmen as well, too. Joy in participation. Well, I'm going to tell all the family members here, I don't know if we've had a group that has participated in absolutely every opportunity we've given them. It was wonderful. And then finally, joy in being part of something bigger than yourselves. It is a quality that has been felt across the prep campus, and it made a difference. Now, of course, your journey has not been without obstacles. There were long nights preparing for exams, busy weeks filled with commitments, and moments when everything seemed to come at once. But through it all, you showed up, not just for yourselves, but for each other. You have created a community at the prep where people feel seen, supported, and valued, where individuality is celebrated and differences are respected. In doing so, you strengthened this school and you left it better than you found it. Now, of course, none of this happens alone. Behind each of you is a network of support that made this moment possible. To our parents, guardians, and families, thank you for your encouragement, your partnership, and the countless ways you have supported your students along the way. Okay, guys, give it up. Yes. To our faculty and staff, thank you for the care, guidance, and commitment you bring each day. You have created an environment where students are inspired to grow and are truly known as individuals. So thank you. And I want to take one moment right now because I do want to recognize one of our faculty members who in some ways is graduating tonight as well, or she will be at the end of next week. And that she will be graduating into retirement, and that is Dr. Afsana Miller. Yes, big round of applause. Trust me, graduates, you'll be there soon, sooner than you think. All right, graduates, let's look at what lies ahead. The future is not something waiting for you. It is something that you will shape. It will not always be clear, and quite frankly, it doesn't have to be. What matters is you move forward with the same openness, the same energy, and the same joy that defined your time here. So congratulations, class of 2026. We are extremely proud of you, and we cannot wait to see what you do. Thank you.
Tonight, I have the privilege of introducing a student whose time at Fairmont has been defined by not only incredible academic achievement, but also by quiet determination, resilience, and genuine kindness. It is my pleasure to share a bit about the salutatorian of the Fairmont Prep Academy class of 2026, Kim Nguyen. If you've ever looked at Kim's transcript, you already know she is ambitious, driven, and exceptionally talented. She challenged herself with one of the most rigorous academic paths available through our Advanced Science and Engineering program, and nearly maxed out our AP curriculum, always choosing the harder path simply because she wanted to learn more deeply. But what makes Kim special goes far beyond grades and awards. Over the years, Kim has worked hard to find her own voice and create her own identity. She has faced high expectations with grace, and instead of letting pressure define her, she quietly built an impressive legacy of her own here at Fairmont. Whether through her research experiences at Boeing and UCI, her success in national STEM competitions, or her more than 20 academic decathlon medals, Kim has consistently shown curiosity, discipline, and a willingness to put in all the work. Speaking of those medals, one of the places where Kim truly found her community was our academic decathlon. What started as a love of learning turned into leadership, and this year she earned the role of captain. She has brought both intelligence and empathy to the team, creating an environment where people feel supported and challenged all at the same time. What I admire most about Kim, though, is who she is as a person. She is incredibly thoughtful and emotionally aware. She notices how people are feeling, makes others feel comfortable, and carries herself with humility, no matter how much she accomplishes. Teachers and peers alike appreciate not only her intelligence, but that kindness and sincerity. As Kim prepares for her next chapter at UCLA, there is no doubt she will continue to accomplish amazing things, but more importantly, she will continue to have a positive impact on the people around her because of the thoughtful, compassionate person she has become. Please join me in congratulating the 2026 salutatorian, Kim Nguyen.
Thank you for everything you said. Life is often said to be made up of many different milestones. When you took your first steps, your parents documented the occasion with excitement and adoring smiles, carefully tucking that photograph safely away into an album. Or perhaps, since you probably can't remember that moment, you look back more fondly on other achievements, like when you were wavering between fear and freedom as you learned how to ride your first bike. Today marks another one of those decisive turning points. We're all seated here, less than an hour away from graduating as the class of 2026. So let's take a trip down memory lane and reflect on our lives as a collection of accomplishments. I'm sure all of you have an extensive list that you can recite like the back of your hand, many of them far greater than what your past self would even dare to imagine. And that's remarkable, really. But it's even more important to acknowledge that truly meaningful accomplishments are rarely achieved alone. For that, we owe our deepest gratitude to our family, friends, and faculty who have shaped our journey since the very beginning. It is with the people seated here today that we've built not only a foundation for success, but also a place to call home. Within this community, we were given countless opportunities to grow. While it's safe to assume that most of us don't remember every lecture we've sat through during the early morning hours, what we do remember is the adrenaline tied to our greatest successes and hardest failures. And eventually, as students, we've come to realize that maybe that was the point all along. Because what stays with us isn't always the content itself, but the way we were guided through it. That's what makes the teachers here so special. Their constant emboldening passion for their craft allows them to inspire in us a genuine love of learning and a sense of meaning in that process. So to our faculty, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And beyond academics, there were also those silly moments we shared with all of you that made these 4 years unforgettable. On my end, I'd like to thank my multivariable calculus teacher for not letting my friend and I microwave a stuffed animal in the fear that it would explode, and my academic decathlon coach for waking up at 5 a.m. every day with me to get bagels on our state competition. But what is a home if not for the people we've built it with? Our closest friends, and even the faces we may regard with only transient familiarity, have shared these past 4 years as one connected chapter of our lives. These collective experiences defined our time together and will remain with us as we move forward, even if only as quiet and conscious memories. To our peers and friends, thank you for bringing smiles, laughter, and the purest form of love into our lives. Lastly, thank you to our families who held our hands during the uncertainty of childhood and encouraged us to mature into the people we are today. No amount of words will ever compare to every sacrifice you've endured, every moment of concern, and every act of eternal love. Even if we weren't able to recognize it in the moment, as temperamental teenagers are often oblivious to much that aren't their mood swings, your unwavering belief and trust in us often surpassed our own. To the parents, thank you forever. And to my mother, father, sister, and aunt, I love you a lot. Before this speech becomes tediously long, I'd like to leave you, the class of 2026, with one last piece of advice. Many of us seem to have a subconscious tendency to separate our dreams from our goals. We treat the latter as something far more tangible and realistic, while our dreams feel incredibly distant. The fault in this lies in the boundaries we then draw around ourselves, convincing us to strive for a future defined by numbers, status, and someone else's idea of success. When someone asks a child what they desire to be when they grow up, anything is possible. But as time passes, there comes a pivotal realization initiated by glimpses of the alleged real world, where more demanding priorities begin to take shape, causing many to gradually lose faith in the dreams they once held so freely. This is not to say that adulthood is free of worries and concerns. Of course it isn't. Or that you should face your future with a carefree and reckless attitude. Rather, it is a reminder to live for yourself and to never stop dreaming larger than life simply because you falsely believe that one path or college campus will guarantee you success, and that one mistake or venture away from that path guarantees failure. That, I would argue, is one of life's greatest tragedies. As of now, since I'm standing at the edge of adulthood alongside all of you, you might be tempted to take all this in with a degree of skepticism. Because who am I to believe that I'm any less clueless than any of you about what the real world entails? And you're right, we can't be sure about anything before we experience it ourselves. But what I can say with certainty is that I wholeheartedly hope the very best for all of you. And so this would be the greatest piece of advice I can give before we say goodbye. Live for yourself, dream boldly, and pursue the life that genuinely makes you happy. Life is short. Live it the way you want to, not constrained by expectations or the fear of falling short. Even if you don't have your entire life mapped out with neatly organized planners and carefully marked timelines, have faith that your dreams and passions will lead you towards a life that feels truly yours. To the class of 2026, congratulations again on graduating, and thank you for everything.
Wonderful. Thank you. Now the Preparatory Concert Choir will perform the song, "We Will Be the Change." by Victor C. Johnson, directed by Mrs. Ashley Song. Beautiful, thank you. It is a privilege for me to introduce our next speaker of the evening, the chairman of Fairmont Schools, Mr. David Jackson, who will share a special message for our graduates.
Thank you all. I love the music. So get started here right. Good evening, faculty, staff, our graduates, their families, and friends. Thank you all for being here. Sorry some of you are still in the sun, but hopefully it'll get better. I told them they should put up a big flag up here that would block it, but they couldn't do it in time. I know this place. 66 years ago, my sister and I were in this same amphitheater when I graduated from 9th grade from Brookhurst Junior High School. 3 years later, we graduated from Anaheim High School. Back then, I had some pretty crazy, very ambitious goals, especially for a young man that was just very normal with lots of issues and challenges, but I had dreams. Years later, I learned there was a name for them, for many of them, BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. And I really want all of you to think of that, because I want to see you guys set some of those and reach them. According to most of my high school friends and most adults at the time, those goals were completely unrealistic, especially for a young kid like me. But one thing I've learned is that many of the greatest accomplishments begin as dreams other people think are impossible. I didn't want just a job after college. I wanted a life that felt like an adventure. I was blessed to be able to, with some help, become a pilot at 16. But I dreamed of becoming a fighter pilot. I love skiing and ski racing, and I even was crazy enough to dream that maybe I could make the U.S. Olympic team. After high school, I drove to South America to ski, and that adventure caused me to set another BHAG. I wanted to travel the world. A couple of years later, I decided that I wanted to build a business, my own successful business. But I also loved music. And for a while, I thought, maybe I could become the next Elvis or Frank Sinatra. I also dreamed of marrying a beauty queen and having a big family. To most people, I was just a kid with his head way up in the clouds. But for me, those dreams became a roadmap of my life. The problem I found out quickly was dreams alone aren't enough. Every meaningful goal comes with obstacles, setbacks, disappointments, and moments when you wonder if you should just give up and quit. Thankfully, I had an incredible mentor in my life. My stepfather, Ken Holt, and my mother, but my stepfather, who was the founder of the first Fairmont school in 1953. He inspired and believed in me and helped me to believe in myself and inspire me to set and go after those big goals. As a 15-year-old, I wanted him to show me how. I expected he would help me and show me how to do all these things. But he wouldn't. But he wouldn't tell me how, he wouldn't show me how. But he taught me something, one of the greatest lessons I've learned. He taught me to become self-reliant and to find a way to reach them, or at least come close to those often very unrealistic dreams. Whenever I was discouraged, which was often, my stepdad, Ken, would simply ask me a question, and he asked this a lot. How badly do you want to do it? And if my answer was correct, he would teach me that if there's something that truly matters to you, you don't make excuses. You work harder. You keep learning, and you never, ever give up. You find a way, and then you do it. Now, I got to admit, I didn't make all those goals, those dreams. They didn't turn out exactly the way I imagined. I never became a rock star, although I got to sing Frank Sinatra songs with Mrs. Young's kindergartners as we performed to other classes around campus. I did that for several years. That's probably will be the peak of my music career. As I said, I did get my pilot's license at 16, but I didn't become a U.S. fighter pilot because of my eyesight and a few other issues. But years later, because I didn't give up, at 71 years old, I finally got to fly a MiG-29 fighter jet in Russia, climbing to 58,000 feet in the air at 1,250 miles an hour, performing most of the military aerobatic maneuvers up to 7 Gs, and saw the curvature of the Earth from almost feeling like outer space. I didn't make the Olympics either, but I did get to race against Olympic skiers in college. I've now had the incredible opportunity to have traveled to over 130 countries in the world and skied in many of them. One of the greatest privileges of my life has been helping expand and build Fairmont schools into one of the premier schools in this country with extraordinary teachers, and I really mean extraordinary, and you students know that. With the families that support us so much that are here tonight and others all over, and especially students like you. You guys are truly amazing. I look at you tonight, and I don't see graduates limited to just realistic dreams. I'm proud to see my students, kids that I feel like are part of my family, who are and will be innovators, entrepreneurs, teachers, and future leaders, ready to conquer the world. Maybe your first step, though, should be to conquer college. But do not let your dreams shrink to fit someone else's comfort zone. Be bold enough to set your own BHAGs. If people aren't calling your goals impossible, you probably aren't dreaming big enough. That's one reason why I wrote my book last year, Landing at the Top. I wanted to share the lessons, the failures, the roadblocks, and experiences that helped shape my life by giving each of you graduates a signed copy of my book. As I shared with you yesterday at the graduation practice, unfortunately they messed up and didn't send all the books to me in time, but I have 70 of them, and I'm going to go ahead and give to all of you, first 70 graduates, your book tonight. The publisher will send you your book that didn't get it tonight. They will mail it to you, and I hope you get it soon. But I'm also including the audio book that I've created, and it actually has extra stories in each of the chapters, and those stories, the last ones, are told by me directly. I hope and pray that you really get a chance to listen to those. There's a QR code that you all will be getting, so all of you will have the opportunity after tonight to be able to download the audio book and have that too. I do hope this book will become something you can return to during your own maybe difficult moments and challenges and where you may need some inspiration. Now I want to share one of my favorite Fairmont traditions, recognizing the journey you graduates have taken with us over all these years. I'd like you seniors to stand as I recognize when you first joined our Fairmont family. So those of you that joined us in preschool, would you please stand? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. You remember back, preschool. Come on, come on. Those of you that joined us in kindergarten, please stand. Okay, first grade. No, keep standing. All of you remain standing. First grade that joined us. Okay, second through fifth grade. All of you that joined us, second through fifth grade, please stand. Okay, middle school, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, please join them. Now all of you that joined us in high school, please stand. Congratulations, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. You can be seated now. I thank you for allowing Fairmont to be part of your lives and your journey. You will always be part of my Fairmont family. Now, one of the other favorite parts of graduation each year is sharing some stories from your former teachers and current teachers, but most of them former, about some of you. Some of these stories are inspiring, some are hilarious, and a few may be slightly dangerous to your future reputations. But they're not my stories, they're your teacher's stories. Ronvier, one thing your teachers always remembered about you was that shy smile. No matter how much older you got or how busy life became, you always made time to stop by and say hello to your first grade teacher, Mrs. Spinella. With that same smile, it's amazing how something so simple can leave such a lasting impression. Good work. Eric and Francisca, back in fifth grade, the two of you teamed up for your IB exhibition project to help people experiencing homelessness. And while most non-Fairmont kids your age were probably just hoping to survive group projects, you two went all in. You delivered an incredible presentation, rallied support from the community, and ended up collecting boxes of clothes and food to donate to a shelter. Even then, it was clear you both knew how to turn compassion into action. Ethan, even back in third grade, you already had more style than most adults. You were known for having a different pair of glasses to match every outfit. And somehow you pulled it off every single time. But it wasn't just the fashion. As part of the Fairmont beat, your music talent stood out too. Whether you were in the classroom or on stage, you always brought creativity, confidence, and your own unique spark. Eve, on the fifth grade trip to Catalina Island, you approached every activity, snorkeling, hiking, kayaking, with maximum enthusiasm. But apparently that still wasn't enough excitement for you. After dissecting a squid with your friends, you decided the logical next step was to use the squid ink as face paint. Somewhere out there, we're sure there's probably still some photographic evidence of that decision, and it'll probably be all over the internet sometime. So good luck. Elise, at one point in middle school, you told your highly educated parents that college wasn't really your plan. You were going to become a ski instructor instead. Yay, I think I like that. As you can imagine, they were just a little concerned, but somehow you managed to prove everyone wrong in the best possible way. Today, you're succeeding both on the slopes and in the classroom, which is a pretty impressive combination. And if you wouldn't mind skiing with some old codger, I'd love to go skiing with you. I still am skiing even at this point. Daniel, one thing your teachers will always remember is your poetry. On special occasions, Christmas, Teacher's Day, and so many others, you would hand them poems you had written yourself. At the time, they may have not realized they were receiving work from a real poet in the making. The fact that they still have these poems says everything. So wherever life takes you next, keep writing, Daniel. Maria Fernanda, back in second grade, you may have been the student, but apparently you also were the Spanish teacher. Your homeroom teacher, Mrs. Felt, loved practicing Spanish with you, even if it meant correcting her and patiently helping her to improve. And she still remembers getting to attend your Mexican-themed birthday parties, complete with the outfits, dancing, and amazing food. Honestly, it sounds less like a birthday party and more like the event of the year. I have a personal note for you, Maria. I'm still very proud of what you did to help your sister a few years ago. You become my hero. Thank you. Unfortunately, I can't see where all you guys are sitting. There we are. Zach, Mr. Lopez remembers you setting a goal in health class to reach a certain typing speed, and you took it very seriously. You practiced with different typing programs, determined to get faster and faster. But one day, when you didn't hit your goal, you had an explanation ready. It wasn't the new typing program, it was your sweater. Apparently, the sleeves were stretching your arms too much and slowing down your typing speed. To this day, your teachers are still impressed by the creativity of your excuse. Is he still using any of those excuses? You don't know, okay. Willie, your teachers say you've been intense ever since your junior kindergarten days at the Anaheim Hills campus. Whether it was PE, classroom competitions, or just proving a point, you always brought a serious competitive spirit. And yes, there were definitely moments when your teachers found themselves on the receiving end of one of your debates. But over the years, that same determination and ability to argue your point turned into a real strength, especially on the debate team. It's been fun watching you channel your intensity into something so productive, and we can't wait to see where it takes you next. If I saw his parents out here and said, "Is he debate you a lot too?" I'm sure that some of your kids do, right? But you win all the time, correct? All right. Kira, Isabella, Kayla, Cameron, and Gia. You were truly a special group at the Anaheim Hills campus. Your teachers always appreciated the way you brought kindness, motivation, and such a positive example to your class. You created a balance that made a real difference every single day. In fact, I'm pretty sure Mr. Babiar still believes he wouldn't have survived that year without all of you. Congratulations to all of you in success at the prep, and a special shout out to Kayla for continuing to represent Fairmont so well as this year's valedictorian. Miriam, your teachers say you were always an old soul, calm, thoughtful, and mature, until the last week of 5th grade, when you decided it would be funny to crawl under Mrs. Menashe's desk and poke her shoes during class. So apparently there was always a mischievous side hiding in there too. But what your teachers loved most was that even after moving on to the prep, you always came back to visit. I see that with so many of you that we see back here year after year, some of you 10, 20, 30 years later. I love it, and I hope you keep it up. Last but not least, Lily. Your 2nd grade teacher says you never failed to make her laugh. You brought so much silliness, energy, and joy into the classroom that there was never a dull moment. No matter what the class was doing, you somehow found a way to make it more fun, and probably a little bit louder too. Your joyful spirit is something your teachers still remember all these years later. Congratulations, Fairmont class of 2026. I'm so proud of you, your parents are so proud of you, the world is proud of you, and we expect and know we're going to see some incredible achievements from all of you. Thank you for being part of my family. I adopt all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. The Prep Concert Choir will now perform a song that has become a Prep Academy graduation ceremony tradition. Time to say goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our concert choir. That is a tradition, as Mrs. Jansen shared, and I think you know why. We play it every year. All right. There are some students whose stories are deeply woven into the fabric of a school, and our valedictorian is one of those students. She's been part of Fairmont community since preschool and has evolved from a curious young learner into the accomplished, thoughtful, and dynamic young woman we celebrate today. From the very beginning, Kayla Schwartzman, that's right, has found joy in learning. In fact, when asked to name her favorite place, she didn't hesitate. She said school. And if you know Kayla, that answer makes perfect sense. She thrives in environments where ideas are exchanged, where curiosity is encouraged, and where she can both challenge herself and support those around her. As a member of the Advanced Science and Engineering program, Kayla has consistently sought opportunities to grow not only in sciences, but across all disciplines. But what is most impressive is not simply what she's accomplished, which is outstanding, it is the perspective she has developed along the way. Over time, Kayla has come to understand that meaningful growth is not rooted in perfection, but in resilience, reflection, and the courage to embrace challenges even when the outcome is uncertain. And Kayla does not shy away from a challenge. Whether conducting research that explores complex neurological and environmental questions, interning with college professors, or balancing her commitments in cheer and gymnastics, Kayla consistently seeks opportunities to stretch herself. Her commitment to leadership is especially evident and has been evident during her 4 years at the Prep. She consistently sought out opportunities to contribute, support her peers, and strengthen her community in ASB. And her broader presence on campus, she always led with initiative and purpose. She's deeply empathetic, naturally collaborative, and brings a sense of joy and authenticity to every space she enters. She connects well with others, and she lifts people up. She represents the very best of Fairmont, not just in achievement, but in spirit. This fall, she will continue her educational journey at Yale University, where she will major in neuroscience with the ultimate goal of becoming a doctor. And we are incredibly proud of all she has accomplished, and we are even more excited for all that lies ahead. So please, ladies and gentlemen, and graduating class, help me recognize and welcome to the podium your class of 2026 valedictorian, Kayla Schwartzman. You got this. Enjoy it, okay? Just enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm so honored to be able to stand up here today and speak on behalf of my graduating class. When I was told I had up to 10 minutes to talk about essentially anything in front of all of you, I honestly felt a lot of pressure to make it something good. I contemplated sharing something motivational and cliche, like reach for the stars, like the kind of stuff you see on a Pinterest board. And now, don't get me wrong, I think those quotes are great. I still remember this past fall, in the midst of college application season, when my dad strolled into my room and slapped a poster onto my wall with a big grin on his face. It said, "What if it all works out?" At the time, and looking back now, this quote didn't magically change my life. It didn't all of a sudden remove the stress of all the work I had ahead of me and the nerves about my future. But as I thought back to this moment, I realized that what I wanted to use this time up here for could not be summed up in a Pinterest quote, and it shouldn't be. The reality is, I'm 18 years old, and I have not lived nearly long enough to stand up here today and impart some great wisdom from my experiences onto you. Unfortunately, I am not Socrates, but I'll let our parents, teachers, and other mentors hold that role. That poster with that quote is still on my wall, and when I look at it, I see my dad and his proud smile. I see his incredible confidence in me more than I ever had in myself in that moment. I see how this seemingly small and silly gesture meant so much more than the little chuckle it brought out at the time. My 4 years at the Prep have been marked by countless experiences like these. Experiences when, whether I realized it or not, the small gestures and the little moments meant everything. And I know we can all think of at least one time or one person who have helped shaped us into the person we are today. So I hope you don't mind if I take the time I have up here to be grateful. I saw a quote I really liked not too long ago, and it said, "She taught me to read and write, then she taught me to teach myself." Some of you might recognize this quote from The Parable of the Sower, a book my literature class read this year. While this certainly does not solely apply to teachers, I want to recognize how much we've learned from the people around us. I mean, I could probably spend the rest of my time up here just talking about the Gothic elements of the Chartres Cathedral, which I finally learned to pronounce correctly, but I'm sure you all would rather me not. But if you are interested, please let me know because I'm dying to put this art history knowledge to use. I can also proudly say that I learned how to use numerous power tools this year, and my group and I have a mostly balanced trophy shelf with lots of character to show for it. But besides this knowledge and these skills, I am most grateful that my teachers and my mentors spent the time not just teaching me these skills, but encouraging me to learn how to engage with the world critically and on my own. There is no amount of practice problems that can teach us that. So I want to recognize all of the teachers who have help prepare us for more than just a content-based exam, and made learning so exciting that we engage with it on our own, possibly even without realizing it. I think I've probably learned just as much from the people around me outside of school. As much as my time at the prep has been about literary analysis and gel electrophoresis, it has just as much been about long walks around the field, talking about anything and everything, and reminiscing about inside jokes during lunch. I mean, some of my closest friendships were formed on the foundation of fruit. You know who you are. But for many of us in sports or other activities outside of school, it's our teammates, coaches, and friends that encompass the fond memories we look back on. I happen to be very sentimental, but the fact that when I walked into gym on my birthday this year, I found my locker adorned with a bunch of sweet, colorful notes from my gymnastics teammates really meant the world to me. I hope that all of the people in my life who have cared so much to listen, who have laughed and cried with me, know how much I appreciate them and the moments we have shared together. And I also hope that I have given them the same care that I am so grateful they have given to me. Now that we're all graduating high school, and as many of us head off across the globe for college or other endeavors, I can imagine we're all in some way both excited and nervous for what is to come. When I first decided where I wanted to continue my studies, I certainly felt this way. I remember in the days following this decision when my mom came into my room talking about some apartment she had just found just a mile from my school where she was going to move into. You know, I don't think my school realized that when they admitted me, they also admitted my mom, who, for all I knew, was planning on applying to be my roommate in the fall. But all jokes aside, I know that my mom was completely serious when she said she would move across the country with me. And as much as that is not going to happen, knowing that my mom would truly drop everything to come help me if I ever need her is something I am so grateful for. My sister is also here today. And she and I are both very well aware that we tend to have a lot of disagreements. There's probably no one else in the world who would drop everything to cheer me up just to poke fun at something dumb I said a minute later. I'm so grateful to have someone like you in my life. There are so many other people I want to thank because truly there are so many people in my life that have made such a great impact on me that I can't thank them enough. But I want to close with the hope that we can all pay attention to the little things a bit more and show gratitude for the people around us, because sometimes the gratitude we feel on the inside isn't as obvious as we think. Thank you to everyone for giving me your time today. Congratulations on all of the hard work you have put in to help you get to where you are today. Happy graduation, class of 2026.
Yeah, they do love you, Kayla. All right, graduates, are you ready? Well, I would hope so. Then, in accordance with the Educational Code of the State of California, I hereby certify the members of the class of 2026 as having successfully completed the course of study for high school graduation. Let's give out some diplomas.
Thank you. All right, David Abisogun. Lucina Afu. Maya Ahmed. Zaina Ahmed. Sarah Aldiger. Parsa Amiri. Hannah Clara Anka. Francesca Angeli. Rogan Anamalayin. Jocelyn Barzagar. Sasha Basil. Brixton Bloom. Finn Bradley. Maria Fernanda Caceres. Addison Castaneda. Elisha Centeno. Daniel Chang. Woo. Ma Cheng Kao. Felix Chin. Cameron Choi. Da Young Choi. Elise Chow. Chloe Chow. Brianna Cruz Maximum. Daniel Koo. Tanmin Kondang. Shuo Zhao, Zach. Woo, Zach. Sophia Demetria Maycott. Mathis Dritz. Aisha Ziad El Krem. Si Yuan Fang. Andrew Graham Francis Finney. Eric Fu. Jeffrey Guh. Yeah. Jun Tong, Eric Gong. Man Yi Guo. Guo Yuje. Yash Gupta. Chien Long He. Ethan Henry. Chen Jun Ho. Jacob Shi. Spencer Tin. Qianwei Hu. Mila Hu. Wen Han Hu. Gloria Huang. Kim Huynh. Sarah Ichikawa. Bith Yom Chak. Elliot Chung. Francis Jung. Liliana Ava Jansen. Alvin Taman Chi. Shansan Chi. Sin Yun Chung. Sun Young Chu. Kira Kameth. Cameron Kang. Caleb Kayatsa. Brandon Kim. Jisop Kim. Semi Kim. Lena Cha Young Ko. Pete Conca Sunshine. Sia Kong. JC Lee. Lee Boya. Mohan Lee. Lee Tianhao. Richard Lee. Congratulations. Junta Lin. Silong Lin. Liu Hanchin. Jiangnan Lu. Sherry Liu. Junlan Yu. Liu Reishi. Landon Longo. Flora Liu. Yep. on, Flora. Come on. Hi, hi. Louis Lou. Angel Chia Yiluan. Justine Luna. Loga. Jordan Martinez. Meow meow. Brianna Milian. Come on, Brianna. Congratulations. Chloe Min. Louis Miata. Congratulations. JD Moon. Theo Nung. Caden Wynn. Travis Wynn. Anika Nunes. Lucas Pan. Eves Pan. Gia Patel. Sihan Selena Tien. Adira Rajan. Gabrin Wandawa. Corey Rawashda. Nikhil Reddy. Ren Bo Yuan. Jiguan Peter Ren. James Richards. Ethan Ruiz. Loyoni Sakamoto. Gia Sandu. Mehul Sochi. Victor Semevinovich. Congratulations. Kayla Schwartzman. Anna Amir Siddiqui. Benjamin Silva. Elisa Miguela Smith. Matthew Solar Sheffield. Miriam Solomon. Cameron Stangl. Michael Stewart. Kai Chiang Sven. Sven Ichen. Yi Chia Sun. Trevor Swanson. Ranveer Tej. Kaishu Tenen. Alyssa Tran. Ni Kang Chan. Willie Tai. Isabella Tupas Tan. Connor Teng. Gabrielle Malone. Luna Gabrielle Velasco. Wang Chung Wen. Doreen Wang. Ji Kung Wang. Leo Wang. Alice Wang. Wang Yuliang. Daniel Zeyua Wang. Claudia Wei. Congratulations. Michael Wen. Grace Wang. Jerry Wu. Rich Xiao. Mei Li Xiong. Yi Xiong. Ashley Tu. Zihan Tun. Shua Hajo. Roy Yang. Yang Tialu. Wendy Yang. Yo Sanfei. Abigail Yu. Yu Zoe Tizin. Chang Jiaying. Jerry Zhang. Chang Yaotian. Derek Zhao. Annie Zhao. Richard Zheng. Evelyn G. Ava Zhou. Zhou Yo. Guanxiang Chu. Zhou Zhu. Gavin Zhu. And Blair Zhou.
And may we have a round of applause for Mrs. Zubiotti, who took on the job that nobody else would take on. Well done. Well done. Okay, graduates, I would like you to stand and face your families. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I love this. I love that part. Look. All right. Graduates, the tassel on your right side of your cap symbolizes your time as a student. I now ask you to move the tassel to the left side of your cap, which now confirms your newfound graduate status. You may throw your hats and we, the crowd, can go wild. There you go.